Okay, we're going to use the ratio test to determine whether this series is convergent or divergent. So let's take the limit as n approaches infinity of the absolute value of a sub 1 plus n over a sub n. So a sub n plus 1 would have 10 to the power of n plus 1, n plus 1 plus 1, which is n plus 2, and 4 to the 2 times n plus 1 plus 1. So in this case, we would have to distribute out the 2 to both the n and the 1. So this would be 2n plus 2, 2n plus 2 plus 1, which would give us 2n plus 3 in that exponent. And we're dividing all of this by the normal version of this. 10 to the power of n over n plus 1 times 4 to the power of 2n plus 1. Now we can cross multiply. Limit as n approaches infinity. Multiply by the reciprocal. We can multiply by the reciprocal. So this would be n plus 1 over 4 to the 2n plus 1 over 10 to the n, multiplied by 10 to the n plus 1 over n plus 2 times 4 to the 2n plus 3. We can group what looks similar together. So we would have limit as n approaches infinity of n plus 1 times 4 to the 2n plus 1 over n plus 2 times 4 to the 2n plus 3 times 10 to the n plus 1 over 10 to the n. And now this is a matter of subtraction. So we have to carefully subtract our exponents here and see what we get. So 2n plus 1, we subtract 2n plus 3. That would leave us with negative 2, because the 2n's would cancel, and 1 minus 3 is negative 2. That means we have a power of 2 in the denominator for 4, and we have nothing here. And here we would have 4 to the power of 2. So we have n plus 2 and 4 squared in that denominator. Here we have the 10 to the power of n cancels with 10 to the power of n, but you still had 10 to the power of 1, which is 10. So we have the limit as n approaches infinity of n plus 1 over n plus 2 times 10 over 16. 10 over 16 is the same thing as 5 over 8. 5 over 8. And now we can divide everything in the numerator and the denominator by n. So this would give us 1 plus 1 over n and 1 plus 2 over n. 1 plus 2 over n. We plug infinity wherever you have an n, and so we would get 1, because these would go to 0. So we have 1 times 5/8, which is 5/8. And this is certainly less than 1, which implies absolute convergence.